Hello, hello. My name is Linda, also known as Tortajala around the internet, and I love creative journaling and all things stationery. Today, I wanted to do some Hobonichi chit chat because it's totally been occupying my mind and bothering me and making me almost like question my stationary life in a way. And yes, of course, it's just stationary, and there are many more serious things in life to worry about. I get it. But I think if you're like a planner girl, a journal girl, or guy, like you understand what I'm feeling. And I think you, the audience, are the people who I can talk to about this kind of thing and would understand and like commiserate and be able to offer some help. So, a little background for 2025, I got this Hobonichi Weeks. It's the Through the Purple Night cover that comes with matching pencil board. It's totally beautiful. The artwork is by Junaida. I love it. I still love it. And this is the third year I've used a Hobonichi Weeks as sort of a personal archive, like life log journal kind of thing. So I keep these books, they get like chunky, and I don't know, I just really enjoy having this particular outlet that is a personal journal that is just different from everything else that I do. It's not memory keeping like for my kids, which like obviously has a very particular, audience that you're going to be sharing with people, quote unquote publicly, like the people in your life. Um, this Hobonichi Weeks like book, it's really for me, and it's sort of an attempt to like capture my life, like all parts, and not having to like compartmentalize like, oh, it's work, or it's just home, or it's just health, or it's just memory keeping with the kids. um like it doesn't have to be any particular thing, but it is like my personal struggles or my stationary joys or some silly thing I heard and I wanted to write it down. um I mean, it's the reason why we have like different planners and different journals, right? I think it's because certain ones might have different points of view, if I suppose you can say that. Anyways, I really like this idea of having like a small portable book, like this week size, for each year of my life, and it's my, personal journal, like my personal archive. Unfortunately, right now, I sort of hate this Hobonichi Weeks. Like, okay, not like the cover or the design or anything, I hate the pages inside. Like the fact that I have failed to update it and I don't feel motivated at all. Like I've lost the love. And maybe it's because the paper sucks. Like I got unlucky. I guess that um I don't know, most of my fountain pens don't work in here. Like the line spreads insanely and it's really frustrating. And of course, like being gone the whole summer when I was traveling with my kids, I didn't bring it. I barely used it. Um so it's like barely filled out. Like it all just irritates me. Whatever like clear idea I had when it comes to like filling in the months, it just didn't work out. Like nothing flowed. Like everything for some reason in 2025, like it just didn't work out and I dislike it all. Um so instead of like looking at this and feeling like, oh cool, it's my like weeks and I can fill it in and add things, it just makes me a little sad and then also really annoyed because I don't want to waste this journal, and I also hate to break like the series, right? Like I have these two other years and this is the third year, so it's hard to just like let it go and stop and be like, "Oh, I'm not doing it anymore." Because in my head I had like that stationary dream, right, like of having this for every single year of my life. I mean, from now, moving forward, like having this row of Hobonichi Weeks like on my bookshelf, how cool that would be. And I do realize, yes, that's like a romanticized view kind of thing. And when it comes to the problems, yeah, I could just use a different pen. I could, just not use fountain pens, just like go back, backlog, catch up, like just get over myself already, right? Like it simultaneously feels like it's a silly problem, like when you zoom out, but at the same time, it also feels like a big problem, like it's a symbolic thing in my stationary life like stationery hobby? Like, does it mean I'm falling out of love with my stationery hobby, or like it's a symptom of a bigger problem, if that makes sense? Am I just crazy, like overanalyzing, right? I don't know. Or maybe it's because of the Hobonichi drama last year, the launch, the increasing prices, like the wrong pricing for international people. And now in 2026 the prices are going up even more, and there are like various political issues like that have to do with Hobonichi in just different countries. And I don't know, just like everything, maybe that contributed to my dampening mood and the fact that I don't have motivation when I'm looking at this Hobonichi weeks this year. I don't know. So maybe all of that has just contributed to me just really disliking this. And every time I look at it, I don't know, maybe hate is too strong of a word, but certainly like it's like a physical reminder, right? Of like the fact that I didn't follow through, I failed, I'm wasting money, and then I spiral into thinking, wow, this stationary hobby, it's so wasteful and it's so insignificant in the big scheme of things, in the world and current events, everything's on fire and there are like serious problems to think about, and here I am worrying about my Hobonichi weeks. It's like, what? And I know the rational side of me, like, I can tell myself, of course, like how I would talk to a friend or to you if you came to me with this problem. Like, I would be, hey, our stationary hobby is for fun, it's for joy. It doesn't matter if there's craziness going on in the world, because that shouldn't, like, it shouldn't diminish or bog down our enjoyment of our hobbies and things in our life. We have to live our lives, enjoy our lives, right? And ultimately, yes, it is just paper. We shouldn't want to strive for like perfection. It's such a false image or impossible idea to think that everything would just, happen smoothly. Of course, we come upon hiccups. Like, it shouldn't be a problem to go back and have to backlog or start over or having to leave blank pages or even like gluing pages together. Like, just get over myself and use the book already. Um, or on the flip side, I also tell myself, like, oh, maybe I should let this go, because we shouldn't do things just because we've always done it that way, right? Like, it's okay to change. Does this mean like it's just over for me? It's not a thing. Like, maybe I've hit a weird bump in year three because I've already abandoned my Midori 3-year diary, which I was also in the third year of. I just decided to like wash it. Like, literally, I washed the book so the fountain pen ink would wash away mostly. And it felt good to do that. So it got me to thinking, like, okay, I should not be beholden to an old idea of a project if it no longer sparks joy and excites me. So all of those thoughts are like swirling in my head, and I hope that you can relate. Um, and of course, I would welcome any of your comments down below, because I think that would also help me. But like, now that I've shared my thoughts, I'm thinking I'm still troubled by this, like this whole Hobonichi weeks thing. Like, it's just staring at me on my desk. And I guess that means I'm not ready to let it go, right? Because I know myself. Like, if I was truly over something, I would have already quit and moved on. Like, same reason why I washed my Midori 3-year diary, because I was like, okay, I'm truly over it, and I just went ahead. I did what I did. And instead, in this case, I'm struggling, so it means actually I don't want to give it up. And so I just need to find a way to continue, because deep down I want to do this, right? Like, I want to step forward. I just don't know how to take like that step. I need to find a way that excites me again, and it's not like a chore, of like backlogging. Um, so I have been watching some videos and like Hobonichi Weeks inspirations and like different layout ideas and stuff to see like if something would like spark things. And yeah, just trying to get excited again. Let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas to share, or words of wisdom, or links to videos you think I should watch, because I would definitely appreciate some help on this. And I thank you so much for listening to me talk through my thoughts as well, because it definitely helps me to get some clarity on the topic when I like talk through it. And while I have you here on this Hobonichi chat, because I know that most of us if you're into Hobonichi and you clicked on this video, you're obviously would have been following like the Hobonichi preview and looking at the 2026 releases and perhaps gearing up to order when everything starts September 1st. I want to mention here Tiny Tiger Co.'s video. I will link everything down below, and also Little Coco Studios video that I watched all around this topic of like the Hobonichi releases and what happened and their sort of like planner season thoughts moving forward. I found those videos to be very helpful in my own exploration and evaluation of what I want for 2026. So, because I'm on hold with this Hobonichi Weeks right now, I've decided I will not buy anything from Hobonichi on launch day. There are a number of things regarding Hobonichi that is making me pause, and so I just want more time to process and think about it. And I guess lucky for me, there isn't like any particular design or color or whatever that I feel like I must have, after seeing all the previews. Of course, there are things that I like, but nothing is like I must have that. So I realized that no matter what design or cover I might want, everything is always restocked. The scarcity marketing tactic of needing to like buy it on launch day, it's just, yeah, it's manufactured, right? Like I realize I can live with whatever happens. Um, like whatever Hobonichi I can buy if I wait, months later. Um, if I choose to purchase, as opposed to like battling like the launch day, anxiety, like having to purchase direct from the Hobonichi website and the shipping costs, or even if it's a European retailer, like even last year for me, they had traffic issues, their website crashed. Like I just realized that it's all very unnecessary in my particular case because I don't move into my Hobonichi weeks until January. So it's literally like I don't need to buy it right now so early. I could literally buy it in like December, because I don't need it until January 1st, or not even really, because if I'm using it more like a journal, everything is done after the fact, not before, like a planner. Um, but yeah, I just realized like there's no need. And so there's no urgency for me. And there has been pricing increases, the shipping costs. I don't know, everything is just making me think I should maybe explore other brands and options because I previously never really even like thought about other brands. And um when it comes to like the Hobonichi Week size, like obviously there are other brands, but you could also just like cut down a notebook if you really wanted, just that particular size. If I wanted to like continue this yearly personal archive in this particular size, like, seeing them all on the shelf, I mean, I could just cut like another notebook to size if I did want to use um, a different notebook that wasn't a Hobonichi Weeks. And yeah, so again, it's not necessarily anything directly against Hobonichi because I'm just trying to think of all the aspects and figure out like what feels right for me right now. And one thing I realized over time is that I feel like my opinion of Hobonichi covers and designs, they change a lot over time because you see people unbox them, you see it in real life, like over time, you learn more about the design and sometimes you like it more, sometimes you like it less, right? So maybe I shouldn't go with first impressions and I shouldn't be swept up, by the excitement of the launches and releases. I just should let everything marinate and see what happens. And if I look back at last year, I remember so many people, they went through so much drama with the launches and also the fact that things were out of stock, even when things were working properly, on the website. Um, but everything got restocked like again and again and again. So really, there wasn't scarcity. It was like totally a manufactured thing, and sure, there were like some limited, like the arts and sciences covers or something like that, the designer items that might have sold out, but those are not even on my radar personally. So again, there really is no urgency. And I'm trying very hard to not fall into the hype and the FOMO. Like Hobonichi is good at marketing. I mean, we sort of love them for that too. It's like I love their energy, the research they put into it, their design choices, the stories they share. I enjoy all of that, and that's part of like it's one of the big reasons why I like Hobonichi so much, right? But at the same time, I also know that it is all marketing hype and I will survive whether something sells out or not. And I try to remind myself continually that even if something sells out and I loved it or whatever, I probably would have no trouble allocating that stationary budget to buying something else, like finding an alternative or whatever, because there is no shortage of like cool stationery to buy, right? There's always something new. There's always something exciting to try, some new design, some new release. So I'm just realizing like, okay, calm down. Like I I need to not fall into the hype and give myself more time so that I could make a more informed choice for me personally and obviously my thoughts and opinions and needs. So, yeah, those are my thoughts and I would really love to hear your thoughts on the new Hobonichi 2026 releases and just planner season in general and you know, I think we all have like consumerism and like budgets and our stationary hobby and all this kind of stuff on our minds. I can't be the only one that's been twirling like in our heads about all of this stuff. So I would love to know if you have all your plans worked out or is it all in flux because it's way too early to make purchasing decisions for 2026. Yeah, I would love to chit chat in the comments because only if you have made it this far in the video, then that means that you really care about stationary stuff and you're a total stationary person like me, and it's our hobby, so we would love to talk about this kind of thing. Yeah, so thank you for being here, and I hope we can continue to enjoy this hobby despite all the little hiccups that happen here and there. Um, Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you want to see more stationary videos. I wish you a happy and calm planner season. Until next time, bye.